Alright guys, so you can say this may be the easy way or hard way, but let's start off by getting the picture. So this is the Polaroid, as you can see, and you can pretty much search it up in Google. You bring up Google. Just type out Polaroid, right, and then enter, and then just go to image. Okay, you could pick out the camera, right, but if you want the film, just type in film, and there's a couple of them to choose from. You know, you find the one you like, or you could even type in transparent. And then there's some of them already have transparent layout, so that way you just put the picture in while having doing too much editing. So find out the image that you want, save it, find out the camera that you want. I prefer the camera facing forward, like this one for example, you know, facing forward. That way you know, make it more simple, straightforward, and rather than angle you're gonna do more work. So find a camera that's straightforward. So yeah, once you get that done, so I don't know what kind of program you have, but like I said, this could be the easy way or hard way. To me, I think this might be a little bit hard because you're gonna have to edit each picture. Let's just say you have 50 pictures and you have to edit each picture, you know. So let's just do this one for now, and then I get to what I'm trying to say about editing 50 picture, and say you could just do it one time and editing within Fusion. So let's just try to do the hard way, in my opinion. Okay, so you have a program, maybe Paint or so. For what I'm using is Autodesk Express, Sketchbook Express, and they have layers. You just notice they have layers. It make it easier. So this is a picture of the Polaroid film that I got from the Google image. Okay, now I want to add an image to this picture, so all I have to do is just go to the second layer. So like I said, if you don't have this program, I guess you can just do it on Fusion. I will show you how you do that later on. So let me just get a simple editing on this really quick. So on the second layer, I add an image. Let me see. Give me a second. Let's put up this image. Okay, now I have this image here. Let me resize it. Let's say right here. Okay. The good thing about layer, it did not affect the image below the initial background layer. So whatever editing I do is not gonna affect the bottom there. So let's just say I wanted this picture right here. No. Okay, so I'm gonna have to cut it. Alright, so I go to this tab right here. I lower the opacity. You notice? I lower it. Okay, so I got able to see the line right here. So I just get a tool. I did my bad. Did this tool. Let's see right here. I delete it, and then right here. I delete it right here. I delete it, and then right here. I delete it. So you get the idea. Let's bring it back up. now I have an image within the Polaroid. So now what I have to do now is just simply just save it, right? Or you notice how in the edge right here I have this white background, and to get rid of that it's really simple. So I just select select the whole thing, right? Or you could just crop it. Of course you could crop it, but I want it more precise because the Polaroid is not like perfect line. So I copy this, I go down to GIMP. If you guys have GIMP, I create new, get a transparent background right here, transparent. Okay, again click OK, and now you have a transparent background to work with, and then you press Control V. Oops, this is wrong. Actually, you know what? From here on, you're gonna have to save it, right? So let's just save it for now. Save as dragon, and then save a PNG. Okay. So the reason for that is that I blend both of the image and the background together as one picture. Otherwise, it's just gonna be. So I open that picture up. Okay, let's just open the one we just saved. Where is it? Here it is. Okay, now we have one picture. Okay, but we want to get rid of the white background in the back. So what I do is I Control R, copy, and then I bring it to GIMP. Right, paste it here. So on GIMP, I just use the magic wand and just click onto that, and then delete it. So now I have a really clear image, and then I just have to export this out to desktop. Okay, and name it, just call it dragon 1.png. Okay, now just export it to desktop. Now we have a transparent simple image. Okay, now what you want to do now, let's discard everything. We get that out of the way. Let's bring up our Fusion. Okay, alright, let's close this. No, don't want to save it. Okay, now Fusion. Okay, now you already have that picture set up. Alright, now let's bring in the image that you want to work with. Okay, now you have the camera ready. Alright, figure out how long you want it to be. Let's just say, let's make it this long. Okay, figure out how long you want it to be. Now just click on this, go to Fusion. Okay, now we have the camera here. Alright, let me Alright, so what you want to do now, you want to create a mask. So before we do that, let's edit it really quick. So let's just bring this up. Okay, let's just bring this up. Okay, and if you want, this icon right here, this you can zoom in, zoom out, right? But if you click onto this icon here, you can actually stretch it. You see, notice? You stretch it. Let's just stretch it forward. right there. Okay, alright, so you're done with your editing. Don't worry about the black background later I can fix that by adding a solid color. Okay, like for example, I add a solid color, right, and then you just change this to white. Alright, that will fix the background, but without it, it's just gonna be black right here. Okay, so we do that later. I don't want to add too much stuff. It's just gonna slow down or take up too much memory. So let's just make it simple for now. That way it go by smoothly. Let's go back to Fusion. Okay, now we have the camera set up the way you wanted it. Right, now let's add a mask to the part where the photo just gonna come out right here beginning instead of all over the place. You just want it right here. So let's just add a hold control space, type in rectangle. Okay, this is pretty much a rectangle mask. If you right click, you go add to, you go down to mask. Okay, mask. You notice right here, rectangle. Okay, this is all masks that you can use to you know, manipulate the image. Okay, with that, now you want to add a merge. You could either go here and bring down a merge, or you could search for a merge. Just type in merge. Okay, so connect these together. Just to go to the background. Okay, and then and output just go here. Alright, now with the rectangle here, so this button here is pretty much view where you want to see it. You know, you click on here, you want to see the view. So this is for this viewer here, and this is for this viewer. So like I said, I want the image to just slide out from the camera. So with this mask here, the rectangle mask, make sure you click on this, and then you get this. You just have to line it up right here. Okay, that seems perfect. If you wanna, you know, expand it, the height, the control is all right here. All you have to just click on this, and the function here you could just so for here it's pretty much done. So what you want to do here on the output, this is the output. You want to put it onto the effect mask right here. This is for a slot where you put the effect mask. So you put this here. Okay, now we have this this other way. So like I said, the hard way, we already prepared the image. So let's bring the image in. I believe you call it dragging one. So just drag it and drop it in here. So let's take a look at the image. Okay, then we have the transparent background. Okay, and we have the image already edited out what we did earlier. So now you have the image here. All you have to do now is add a transform. Okay, add a transform. That way you can move the image around. Hold on 1 second. Show it right here. Now you click on transform. Now you can move the image around. Okay, so that's what it does. So this is the image, just transform. Now all you have to do now is just put the image onto the foreground. So where you take the output and this is the foreground. So all you have to do is just take it to the foreground. Right, now you have an image coming in and out from the Polaroid. Isn't that cool? Alright, so now this is not the right size, so all you have to do is just go down to transform, click on transform, go down here and click on the size. You see, it won't, you notice the mask is, it's not gonna let you SD where you want. You notice the mask that you created earlier right here, it's not gonna let you SD the boundary that you created. So just have it fit like maybe right here, right? So now you could just move it in and out. Okay, that's simple. Now all you have to do now is just animate it. So starting at frame 1, let's just say right here, okay, right, bring it in here, okay, frame 1. So here on this area right here, I want you to select the keyframe here. Okay, now I want you to bring it to maybe here. Alright, and then now you drag it down. Okay, now right here, I want to drag it down. Okay, let's just say right about here. This is the whole screen. So if you want to make more room for the picture to show up, try to adjust it a little bit. But for here, it's not gonna have enough room. But so for the purpose of this video, I just want to show you how let's just say right here. Okay, it's already recorded, and now let's move up a frame, like maybe up to right here. Right here to here, it's just gonna be a still frame. So it's just gonna stay here, and then enough time for you to look at the picture, and then we're gonna move out later. So from here, you move to the frame here, and then you put a keyframe here. That way, it's just gonna still here, and then from here, point on, I want the picture to be leave. So I'm gonna put right here, and I'm gonna look for the arrow. Okay, there's the arrow right here. I drag it down. Now it's gone. So that's going to be the end of the animation. So you go back, you play it. You notice it stop here and then it leave, right? It come out, pause, and then leave. Okay, now we have that done. Move a little bit over here. Okay, so that will be the simple way. Okay, that would be the simple way. Now you can do 2 more. Maybe you have enough room to do 2 more, perhaps. So let's do the most the hard way. Well, I think, well, not hard. I would say it's simple, but it's hard. But you have to put in the work. Okay, so what I do here, I would, let's move this out. I will copy this. Alright, and then I will put it here and create another one. You can create more and more and more. Alright, let's just cut this out. Connect this and then connect this to here. Okay, here's one thing you need to know. If you decide to copy and paste over, and then you decide to put a different photo, like for example, I can let's use the same photo, but I can change this photo by replacing this one right here. This is pretty much the photo, right? I could replace this photo with something else, but let's just, for example, you did replace this one, but when you copy and paste over here, notice that this will have an animation already. Okay, so what you need to do when you do copy pasting over, you want to reset this animation. So you go down over here, you click on transform, you go down here and double click on this center. So when you double click, it will reset this one. You have to do a new animation. Makes sense? Otherwise, you just get the same copy of this animation, which is not right, because this animation is for this part right here, for this time frame to this frame right here. Okay, and when it's this frame, this picture is no longer in here, so you're gonna have to reset it, so that way you can start from here and animate over. Okay, so that's not what we want to do right now. What we want to do right now is create the hard way. Okay, so let me alright, let's create the hard way. Let's start by adding the let's start by adding this here. So what this is the image that you pull out from Google. You done nothing to it, you add nothing to it. So what you want to do is create this as a mask, so you can put on every single picture that you load up into. While having to edit it, you can just load it up and then it will just be there. So let's start this up by adding this image, and let's add a mask to it. So you can either right click and add a mask polygon, right, or you can bring it up from right here, polygon. Okay, you can just drag it and bring it in. Alright, you just drag it and bring it. I just put one right here. Alright, so in this polygon, okay, all you have to do, make sure you have this image selected. So guys, this image is selected on this view, okay, by just clicking here. Alright, once you have that selected on polygon, just click onto the polygon. Make sure you click. If you don't click, it's not going to show up. You click onto it. Now all you have to do now is click here, click here, click here, click here, and click here. So now you have a mask. Okay, you can try and make it perfect as you want, but for the purpose of this video, we just don't get the idea of it. So with this done, all you have to do is now connect this to the mask. So whenever you do mask, this is what it's for. You just make sure you put this to the mask. Okay, now you have this mask onto the image, but this is not what you wanted it. You want it to be inside, to be transparent. So all you have to do is go down to here, polygon, and then go down to invert. Now you have it inside. Okay, now let's just put this out of the way. Okay, now let's bring in the image that you want. Okay, and say this image right here. Alright, just copy and then bring over here. Hey, now you have this image here. Okay, actually you want the actual image. Let me just go find the actual image. So the actual image is this. Oh no, this is not the actual image. I'm sorry. Go. Alright. Here's my image. Here it is. Alright. Now we got the actual image here. So you were to look at it. So this is the image that you initially wanted to have it incorporate into the frame, into this thing here. Okay. So what you want to do now is to first let's add a polygon. Here's our polygon. Okay, so from this polygon you want it to be the same as this, right? all you have to do is click onto this polygon, or, well, actually, just click onto the polygon and do the same thing what you did earlier. Just find out the actual alright, now you have the image here. Now we want to, let's merge these together. So let's add a merge. You can bring one from here, merge. Okay, let's merge these together. So this is gonna be, and let's add a transform. So you want this to come over here. The purpose of this one, you're able to manipulate the image. Okay, so that's why you add a transform here. And now with the transform, you want it to be on background. So this is the background. Okay, and then you want to add this to the foreground. Alright, now let's bring this up really quick. Okay, let's add a, actually, and you want this to be on the foreground, so this background, so you want this image to be on the foreground. Okay, so you have this on the foreground. Okay, and then you want this one to be on the background. Alright, so let me let's figure out where you want it. Maybe like right here, and then you wanna just sit right there. Okay, now I want to get rid of this part right here, so all I have to do now, let's go here, let's get rid of this one. I made a mistake on this one. Let's add another one, polygon. Okay, from this I want here, here, and here. Actually, okay, what I noticed is actually that's not gonna work, so you're gonna have to do it from here instead. So from this polygon, this is the one that we just made a mask earlier. What I want to do, I want to get rid of these extra excess. So when I was doing this, I traced it here, but this is not the actual size. That's what happened. So so what I do now, as I plug this in to the foreground, so you actually see the actual size here. This is the actual size. So what you have to do, just bring it down. Bring it down to the actual size of the image. Okay. Actual size of the image. Okay. But if you don't want to do that, if you're just going straight forward, yeah, just first delete this. Okay, let's delete this. You have these set up, right? You merge these together, and then you figure out from transform, you figure out where you want your image, and now you have access image right here. So all you have to do is just add this polygon over here and then plug it to the foreground. Okay, plug it to the foreground, click onto this, and then from here all you have to do the same thing, just click here, right, and then click here, and then click here, click here, and then come back. You have the actual image. Okay, so what you do now, just press invert. Now you have the actual size of the, and you got rid of the image, so this will stay within the border. Okay, so now you have this done. Now what you want to do now is to make the background transparent. You see the background here is all white, so from here you click on to merge and you add, hold control space, add a luma key. Okay, enter. Now we have a luma key here. So what you need to do from luma key, you look at it. Okay, alright, so you press invert, and from here on gamma, just bring it, you know, mess around with it, see what works. So now you got rid of the background. Okay, now from here, luma key, what you want to do now is that you want to able to move this whole thing. Okay, so you want to add another transform. Okay, transform. You want to add another transform here, and then connect this to transform. Okay, now if you look over here, this, I'll click this on view. Okay, you look over here, and now I can move the image. Okay, and now from here, you wanna merge these two together. Let me see. Okay. Alright. So all you do is just transform. You go down to size. Okay. You bring it out. Alright. Okay, now you know how to duplicate and add additional pictures, and whenever you duplicate, you're gonna have to reset the transform and then reanimate it from a different starting point. Okay, now you know how to do that. Now you decided you want to add maybe a video. Now for video, it's a little bit different. You can try to do it here. Okay, for instance, you add your video. Let's say this is the media video. Okay, the problem is, yes, you can try to add the video. Okay, but the thing is, it does not animate the starting point and the end point, so it just automatically treat it like a picture somehow. I think you can somehow trim it here somehow to see this video here. You can somehow do something here to create it and make a starting point and end point, right? But I think I find that a little bit difficult to work with. So it's just gonna treat it as a picture, and then it's gonna send all the way to the last frame. So I'm sure you trick something to bring the video out, but I don't think you can do it here. So instead of doing this, adding a video, you know, so the other way you can do it, for sure I know will work, you just gotta go edit. Okay, now here's the thing you need to pay attention to. As you bring the photo out, it take about this much frame. Okay, so it depends when do you want the video to start playing, with that in mind. So I'm gonna have to kill about this much frame before it start playing, because otherwise it could start playing right inside here, and then it's not gonna get to the point where you wanted it. So for instance, here's my video. Let's add a video here. Okay, let's take away the sound for now. So I want the video to start playing from here to here. Okay, so let's just cut this. So this is the length that I want the video to play, and I want the video to start playing when this spit out. That's pretty much start playing here. So if I don't have room right here to drag the time, it's just gonna start playing from the very beginning, and I end up seeing this instead spitting out right here. So to do that, say I want the video to start playing right here, right? All I have to do is just add another say color. Okay, just add color here. That way I can buy some time. Alright, so now I just have to just create this new compound clip. Now we have one whole clip, so it's just gonna be dark and then start playing here. Okay, but yeah, you get the idea. Now you have a space here. Now what you want to do now is bring this clip into Fusion. So with this mark right here, I go down to Fusion. Now I have this clip here with the arrowhead right here before I start playing. Okay, so make sure you have this arrowhead here. So from here, I want you to disconnect this. This is pretty much your media input. Okay, and now I want my where is it? Now I want my camera in here. Okay, so this is our camera, as you can see here. Now let's add a merge. Okay, so let's add a merge. Okay, let's bring the camera to the background. Okay, and then bring the output here. Same thing what you did earlier. Let's add a mask to cover that. So you go right here, rectangle. This artist is pretty much a mask. You bring the rectangle out, and then you connect this to the effect mask. Okay. Now we have that. Let's bring this into view. Now you have this view here. Click onto the rectangle mask. The mask will show up. Drag it down here, and then change the. Okay. So now that you have that done, now what you want is add a transform mode. Here it is, transform. Okay. Now with transform, you connect this to your transform, and from the transform you go to the foreground. Okay. Now you have this here. Alright, now you can move it in and out. Now let's just see the video for example. Okay, if you to scroll here, the video show up. You notice? Right, now let's fit the size. The size is not correct, so you go transform. Let's bring down the size, maybe about right here. And then let's bring this out a little bit. Okay. Alright, now you have that. As you can see, if you play the video, so these are the dark part that I'm talking about. Okay, and this is the video part. So it don't start until right here. So what you want to do from here, say from right here. Let's just say here. Okay, from here, what you want to do, you want to animate this. Okay, so when it come out, it start playing. So from here, it's pretty much perfect. So all you have to do, put a keyframe here. Alright, now you have a keyframe. Okay, now you want to move backward. Okay, because you want this to be inside. So let's move backward till maybe up to right here. Okay, so you bring this in. Pretty much right here it's dark. It's not gonna see anything. Okay, so as you move right here, it come out, it start playing. Right, it start playing. Okay, now you hold it. As much you want. Let's just say you wanna say end right here, the video finish. Okay, now you put a keyframe here. Okay, so from here you want it to eject. So from here to here, all you have to do now is just bring it down. Right, so as you go back to right here, right from the very beginning, you bring it out, it start playing. Okay, it play, and then now eject. Okay, it's that simple. Okay, now for this camera right here, it seemed like I don't want it to be in this position. I want to be maybe in up position, so I guess I have to click on here and add a transform mode. So here's the transform. Alright, all you have to do is just connect these. Okay, now with this, you just have to either bring it up. Right here, this is where you want your picture to be. Okay, so for here, okay, now I want to redo my mask, so I just have to move this up here. Alright, now I have the mask here, and now for my transform, okay, because as you can see, it's overspit. Okay, now you just have to reset this. So all you have to just click on transform, you reset this by double click. Okay, now all you have to do now, you don't have to reset it, you could actually change the value, because there's the mark. When you put a keyframe, you actually can see the value there. You can also readjust it, but I made a mistake. Okay, let me go back really quick. You can actually do that. Okay, see here? This was the original keyframe. Okay, this was our original keyframe. So all you have to do is just adjust it. So at this point, you notice this is red. That means you're landing right exactly on the keyframe as you should. All you have to do is just adjust it to here. It will just record it. But you get the idea. You could readjust the value, you know, but it seemed like I messed up a little bit, so I'm just gonna reset it, you know, make it easier. Alright, so let's just say right here it start playing. Okay, so at this point I want this to show up right here. Alright, so all I have to do is put a keyframe here, go backward. Okay, bring this in. Okay, so from here to here it's already animated, and then I wanted to hold till maybe here, add a keyframe. Okay, now this is hold, this is a pause. Now I want this to fade out, so I just maybe like right here, I bring this down, gone. Okay, so you should have it. Alright, gone. That's simple, right? Now all you have to do is go back to edit now. Okay, now we have this this part right here. Notice it's all black. Now the last thing you could do is just add a color to it, which is right here. Bring this all the way over here. Do the same for this one, bring it all the way here. And then now all you have to do, the color, you just have to change it to white. Now we have a nice white background. Now as you can see, come out, spit, come out, spit. See, that's simple. This is for the photo and this is for the video, and then yeah, I hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you guys next time.